What kind of challenge does Missouri present offensively? What kind of challenge does Missouri present?
They've got a great football team. Like the teams we passed so far this season, they got a great passing game. They got a good quarterback. He's seasoned. He's been there for a while. We saw him last year and the year before that. We had close games with them, and it's just going to come down to execute.
What did you learn from the South Carolina game that'll help you against this strong passing attack?
We're just going to have to have a lot of communication like we did in the South Carolina game. Play aggressive, but also play smart, and play in the ways that benefits the defense, and have everybody working on the same accord. Not just out there on an island and by themselves the whole time. You don't want anybody isolated this game, so we're just going to try to work together as a unit.
Y'all making it kind of hard to find some possible negatives about this team. Some people are talking about lack of pass rush. What's your response to that?
The teams that we've been playing, we haven't been able to get a lot of pass rush. That is true, but we've been playing teams that have been doing a lot of quick game. The ball's in their hands, out of the quarterback's hands. Under 2 seconds. It's hard to get to the quarterback, so you have to find other ways to affect them. Like batted balls, and just trying to break up passes. With the D linemen, and just to help out the secondary and then coverage and stuff like that.
Yeah, Kirby was praising Drew Lock's quick release, earlier. How does that affect what you guys try to do as D-line, like you say, with batted balls?
That's really all you can do, man. You got to basically pass rush from the line of scrimmage, and just try to get back there as fast as you can, and have good pocket push, and really the way to affect him is to make him step up, get uncomfortable in the pocket. That just comes with level pass rush, and everybody working together in that pass rush game.
You surprised you guys only have 11 tackles for loss through 3 games? That's a different kind of stat there.
Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. We really have been getting teams that will quick game us the whole entire time. Just hitting quick routes and quick short passes just to get a couple yards, and it's frustrating sometimes. Especially for me as a D lineman. I want to go make some tackles, make some plays, and do stuff like that. But you gotta play into the defense. You don't want to be out there trying to be a superhero and basically hurt the defense and hurt your team. So
Jonathan, I'm sorry. I think there's 3 SEC West teams in the top 10. You guys are the only SEC East team in the top 25. Anybody have a chance to get to Atlanta except for you guys in the East?
I'm not sure. I can't speak for anybody else's team. We don't really try to look at the rankings and stuff like that. We just take it one game at a time. That's what you have to do. We have a tough schedule this year, and so do a lot of other teams, and we're just going to keep fighting through, one game at a time.
You mentioned that teams have been trying the quick passing game on y'all, but Missouri had some success throwing downfield last year. Do you expect to see that again? Because the quick game hasn't really worked against y'all so far this year.
It hasn't worked, yet, but hopefully that we just keep getting better at what we do, and that what they're doing doesn't affect us. We, like I say every week, if we play our game, things will go our way, and we just need to relax and stay composed and play Georgia football.
You happy to see the game scheduled at noon? I know Coach talked about the advantage you guys feel like you've got in the heat games.
I'm actually, we do practice in prime time heat of the day, which is really good for us. It definitely works a lot of guys out. And those games that are in the middle of the day in 96-degree weather, stuff like that. You are better prepared for it. But I'm glad this past week, with all the hurricanes, stuff like that, hope everybody was safe and everything's good. But we played at noon, which really helped us, kind of prepare for this next week because, we do play at noon and, they're back. So technically it's 11 o'clock, for us, our bodies and stuff like that because they're an hour, I think, forward or behind, I'm not sure. But, it just kind of prepares us for that. And I'm glad that last week, we got to play at noon and just to get ready for this game this week.
Does the concept of a pass rush against the quarterback that does get it out so quickly, does it almost seem overrated when you think about the things that you have to do that really can be effective against that kind of offense?
You just have to kind of, take whatever you can get, you kind of fight tooth and nail, just to get to him. You might not, hit the quarterback. Our goal is, just to do our job and, to affect him in a way that helps us, put us on top.
You've been one of the key leaders from the beginning this season. Who are some of the younger guys that you've seen roll up really fast through 3 games?
A lot of guys, especially with our secondary, they've had to, take on roles that, people before them, were seasoned and had a lot of experience and years under their belts. But I'm proud of really everyone that is on our defense and our offense, that is stepping up. Miko Hartman's being, a big player on offense for us right now. DeAndre Swift and, these guys are just, taking those leadership roles and starting to, affect other guys. And that's something that's big for us. And, on defense, you got, your William Pools, your Richard LeCount, You know, he's having a lot of plays. You know, a lot of things are going his way, and he's working hard. And I'm just proud of those guys. And, you know, there's countless other numbers of guys, but you know, those are just a few. You know, I decided to mention.
How does that 11 a.m. kick alter your schedule? What time do you wake up or something like that?
Like I said, you know, last week really, you know, helped us out. You know, we woke up at I think 7 o'clock, and you know, we had pregame meal at 8. And you know, normally, you know, you have games, you know, that are later in the day. You know, you have your pregame meal. You want everybody to be focused and kind of quiet, and you know, kind of just locked in. But you know, when you have a game like that early in the morning, you know, that chatter and that talking is good because you know people are still halfway asleep. So you know, we were pretty, you know, awake. You know, everybody was good. Everybody was having good conversations, going over keys, and you know, just going over what it needed to for the game. And I think that really, you know, like I said before, really helped us. You know, and it's going to prepare us for this week. Just that we had to play at noon, you know, this past week.
Offenses like to always talk about being balanced, but on defense, y'all are adamant that it's a stop the run first strategy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do in football, period. I think that, you know, if you don't stop the run, the team is going to, you know, have the option to either, you know, run or pass on first and second down and just kind of control, you know, that aspect of the game. You know, if you stop a team and you don't allow them to run, you know, you make them one-dimensional and they have to pass the ball, and, you know, and then, you know, you start to, you know, pick off stuff from there and you just keep piggybacking off of that.
How do you think that's going this year?
I think that's good. You know, we have a goal. You know, we set it every game. You know, I'm kind of, you know, one of the leading guys on the D line, and you know, before we go play, you know, we talk to each other and we say every game, you know, what we want to hold the team to. You know, how many rushing yards they're going to get. You know, and we say that before we even go into battle. So it's just kind of that mindset. You know, kind of play a game inside of the game.
Even against a team like this, where you got Drew Lock and Emmanuel Hall, and it seems like they're going to be passing a lot, it's still stop the run first, and whatever they get in the passing game is.
Yeah, I mean, they still have a you know, running threat. You know, they have a pretty big offensive line. They're physical. They're an SEC team. You know, we played them years in the past, and they have been physical. They've shown that. You know, like I said, you know, you stop them running, and you have some fun.
Coach mentioned the little sideline scrimmage. It was love. You probably see that a lot more at practices than we do, but how do you explain it when players kind of get on each other, try and hold each other to that high standard that you have here?
I mean, like he said, it is love, man. You want to see everybody, you know, succeed and, you know, play to the best of their ability. And, you know, we have people on our team who notice that, you know, guys can play, you know, better. Guys that, you know, they have more potential to do things. You know, we're not going to let them, you know, basically waste their potential. You know, we're going to get on them, and you know, it is all love. You know, we want everybody to be successful and everybody to, you know, to thrive and, you know, reach their peak. And you know, that's just what you do. Sometimes it's tough love. You know, sometimes it's, you know, it's intimate. You know what I mean? You just gotta get on people. You know, a different type of way. But it's never, you know, to penalize somebody and to make somebody feel like they're not part of the family, because that's just what it is. But we have a standard for our family, and you know, everyone has to, you know, play to that standard.
And is there more talk after that, or guys coming up going, "Hey man, here's what happened. This is
of course. I mean, it's football. You know, it's not always going to be, you know, relaxed and calm. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. I mean, you know, so guys do get heated. You know, guys get, you know, just frustrated with each other. And you know, you just talk. I mean, you go in the game. You know, stuff happens. It's gonna happen. You know, you just keep moving on. It's always the next play. But you know, we go in the locker room. We talk about it. You know, we hug each other. We love on each other. You're like, you know, bro, I love you. I'm telling you this because this. I think you can do it this way. And if I can help you get there, let me know. Something like that.